Hi, and thanks so much for tuning in my channel today. I'm Myleta Butler, and I'm super excited about empowering you with tips and tools on how to lose weight, get in shape, and feel good about yourself. But before we get started, I really just want to talk to you today if you're feeling stuck. I remember during my weight loss journey just not knowing how to get started again. And that's the hardest part. Like, I felt trapped in my body. I just really didn't know where to get started. I knew I was carrying an astronomical amount of weight, and I just did not know where to even begin. I want to talk to you because that feeling can make you feel like you're drowning. And I don't want you to drown anymore. I want you to make this time the time where it's going to be different. I don't care if you've fallen off the horse like me 1, 2, 3 times. And that final third time for me is what really clicked, was that I realized why I was eating. I wasn't eating when I was hungry. I was eating when I was hurting. And so identifying that was the first step that I needed in order to truly stand up, decide to fight, and hit the wall swinging. So I want to talk about a few things with you on how you can get unstuck and how you can continue on this weight loss journey. And this time, you are not only going to win, but that you are going to be a long-time achiever. Let's dive right into the video. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to let go of the guilt and the shame. Now for me, I remember feeling that the guilt part was that I had let myself gain all this weight. And not only gain all this weight, that I had let myself gain all this weight again and again for the third time. And so this third time, as I stated, the reason it was different because I realized I needed to let go of the guilt, the part of that I did this, I let myself gain this weight, and let go of the shame, which is the part that I am this. Like, I was identifying myself as the weight, as being obese, as being heavy, as having all these medical problems that I was having, and I needed to switch the narrative. We are no longer going to carry the guilt and the shame of the weight. We are going to forgive ourselves, and we're going to have a guilt-free lifestyle change starting today. Doesn't matter how we got here, doesn't matter why we put the weight on or how we put the weight on, or if you were like me, you instead of eating when you were hungry, you were eating when you were hurting. That doesn't matter, because right now we are going to let it go. We're going to release it so that we can get started, okay? The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify, like, what diet philosophy do we want to follow? Like, were we successful on maybe the keto diet before? Were you successful on a vegan diet? Were you good at just cutting your calories or just cutting certain things out? Like, I want you to write down what your diet philosophy is going to be. And remember, it doesn't have to be just one thing. Like for me, losing over 161 pounds the first time, and then the second time losing an additional 110 pounds, and then this last time losing over 63 pounds, I used a variety of diets, right? And I hate to use the word diet because the word die is in it, but I'll say that I follow a particular lifestyle plan for my eating. And depending on how much weight I needed to lose and where I was in my weight loss journey, I used a different one. So for instance, there was a time in there, because 15 months is a long time, like on that first journey I took, and part of the time I was just counting my calories, watching my intake. The other time I actually switched to a vegan type of eating style. And then there was another time where I did the keto. So there's not a one way that you have to utilize the entire journey of you losing the weight, but just be aware of what they are and write down what you're going to start with, and we'll start there, right? Because we're going to start by starting. So that's what I want you to do, to identify what your plan is, because no one just stumbles into success, right? Successful people plan. So I want you to decide what that plan is going to be, what that philosophy is going to be of how you're going to get control of the food. The next thing I want you to focus on is how you're going to get moving, right? Because exercise has to be a part of your long-term health journey and your fitness plan, okay? So what do you like doing? Do you like dancing like me? I used to dance in my living room because I was too embarrassed at 304 pounds to go to any gym. So dancing in my living room, 30 minutes, 5 days a week, like nobody was watching, cutting my calories, And in 2 months, by doing that, I lost 32 pounds. So it doesn't have to be that you have to join a gym. Get that out of your mind, because you don't. There are workouts that you can do at home. Figure out what you like to do. Do you like swimming? Do you like bike riding? Do you like walking? I mean, you can do walking to lose weight. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do, but I want you to decide what that's going to look like and make the commitment to make it happen 5 days a week. Now, that might mean, because you have little people running around the house, that you may have to wake up 45 minutes to an hour prior to them waking up so that you can get your workout done, you can start your day, and it's over, it's done. Or that might mean picking out your workout clothes the night before, laying them out so there's no excuse the next day of why you didn't go work out. But you have to put the plan in place. You have to make the commitment to yourself. And remember, everything starts and ends in the mind. So once you make it up in your mind this time, because you're going to identify what's different this time. Like I said, for me, what was different is I understood why I was eating so much and why I was turning to food every time I was hurting. Once we heal there and we identify that, our opportunities are endless. And if this is not your first time losing weight, I want you to just remember this. Every time that it pops in your head that you can't do it again, just remember, you've already done it. It's not like you haven't done it before, right? So this time, instead of just saying, okay, I'm gonna lose weight, I'll just follow this plan for a little bit like I kind of did originally, have a concrete plan this time. Write it down. I know what my why is. I understand why I'm turning to food, and I'm no longer gonna do that. I'm letting go in the guilt and the shame. I am changing the narrative. I am not this weight. I am not this size. I am more than that. I am more than enough. The second is you're going to identify what your eating philosophy is going to be, right? And you're going to write it down, research it, look into it, figure out ways that you can be successful at that. And the third one is you're going to get moving and incorporating exercise into your plan and figure out what you like to do. And you're going to work out 5 days a week, because losing is not 3 days a week. Losing is 5 days a week for at least 30 minutes starting out, increasing to 45 minutes and then 60 minutes, 5 days a week. And then once you get to your goal, 3 days a week is good for maintenance, okay? So I don't want you to feel stuck anymore. We are saying goodbye to being stuck. We are getting unstuck. We are getting refocused, and we are recharging our desire to fight for our health. So thank you so much for tuning in my channel today. Again, I am so passionate about empowering you with tips and tools on how you can lose weight, get in shape, and feel good about yourself. Until we see each other next time, please be a weight loss boss in your life. And remember, true wealth is good health. I believe in you. Believe in yourself.